Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Sam Talks Books, and welcome if you're new. Do you like my crown? I thought it fits with what we're doing today. So today we are going to be reviewing 6 Crimson Cranes. I love this book so much, and the main character is a princess, so I thought the crown would work, although it's going to fall off my head, so I'm actually going to take it off because I don't want to break that. So I'm going to tell you a little bit what this book's about first before we get into the review. We follow character Kasari, probably butchering that name, who is the only daughter out of 6 brothers. She's a princess, and Ciari has a secret. She's got magic running through her veins. So magic is kind of like forbidden and it's no longer in this kingdom, and Ciari has pretty much had this magic under control until the ceremony to meet her betrothal, and she ends up losing control. She ends up capturing the eye of her stepmother, who also has her own dark magic. She ends up cursing Ciari and banishing her from the kingdom. But not only that, she turns her 6 brothers into cranes. Ciari can't ask for help because every word that will leave her lips means that one of her brothers will die each time a single word leaves her lips. So Ciari is penniless and speechless. She also is cursed to have this bowl on her head so no one can recognise her, which is strange, but it's, you know, it is a fairy tale retelling, somewhat of a book, so it does make sense. As Ciari goes on this journey to be reunited with her brother, she learns of a conspiracy against the kingdom that's far more dangerous than her stepmother. She ends up realising that she's going to need the help of the very man she fought so hard not to marry, and that is her betrothal. Let's get into the review. I'm not going to lie, I bought this book mainly because of how beautiful this cover is, and this cover is really, really stunning. And thank God I did, because this book was amazing. It was absolutely incredible, and I fell in love with every single bit of it. I don't normally buy books based on the covers, and I mean, I did like the sound of the back bit, which says this: a princess in exile, a shape-shifting dragon, 6 enchanted cranes, and an unspeakable curse. It will take more than magic to find their way home. I mean, that convinced me as well, but it was mainly this cover. This book was honestly magical, breathtaking, stunning. I have heard that there's going to be a sequel, which I need ASAP, because I need to continue the journey as well with these characters. I really don't want to have to wait, and I have no idea when a sequel's getting released. I'm really hoping it'll be next year, because I can't wait any longer. I read this book 3 months ago maybe, and I'm dying to continue this story. So when the new one eventually comes out, I'm going to be reading it straight away. The writing drew me in from the very first chapter and engulfed me into the world. I fell in love with the character, the main character, Ciari, quickly. She is so well thought out, so lovable, and so written. Oh my god. One thing about going to this book, I was so nervous because it is a YA, and I always feel like it's going to read too young, but this one definitely didn't disappoint me. It didn't read too young at all. It was just perfect in every single way. Reading this book made me feel like I was only just wrapped up in a big comfortable blanket. It just felt so cozy to read it. Sometimes you just need that sort of book. You just need a book that's cozy, feels like a warm hug, and just pulls you into the world, keeps you hooked until the very end. And this book definitely did. I found this book incredibly hard to put down. I think I read until about 1 a.m. at one point, and even then I still wanted to continue reading it, but it was 1 a.m. and I needed to sleep. I can't even express how much this book hooked me and did not let go. You know, this book really did take me by surprise. There were so many twists and turns that I did not see coming that fully shocked me, and that's something I did not expect with this book. There's a lot of action. You pretty much get straight into the story from the very first page. You're never left feeling like nothing much has happened. There's so much that's going on in this book. You're always turning that page because you want to know what's going to happen next. There's always something surprising happening, but not where it's always too much. It was just the right amount of stuff. One thing that some people might not like is the magic system. The magic system isn't fully explained like in depth. It's sort of just there, and I didn't mind it. I fully understood the magic system. Sorry, my cat. Done. Yeah. I fully enjoyed the magic system. I understood it, but those people who might like it way more detailed and more in depth, then they might not necessarily like that. I might find that the con part of the book. But for me personally, I think that it was done enough to where you understood it, and maybe in the sequel you'll explore that side of the magic system a little bit more. It definitely didn't take away the enjoyment of this book. The character relationships in this book were so well thought out and developed. It's what made me fall in love with this book and the story even more. There's a character's relationship with her brother. It's probably one of my favourite relationships in this book. I thought it was just amazing, and it pulled at my heartstrings, and it made me fall in love so much. She would do for her brother and how much they would do for her. There is that sibling rivalry, of course, but that's normal. Another relationship that I really loved is her relationship with her little paper crane bird. I loved it. I loved this little paper crane bird just as much as she loved it. It was just such a magical little aspect of the book and that they put into it. But like, I couldn't imagine reading this book now without that little paper crane, because it's just part of it, and I loved it. So we also get her romance with her betrothal, the guy that she fought so hard against marrying. We do get a romance there, but the book doesn't fully focus on that romance. So some people might be disappointed by that. For me personally, I felt like it's not like we missed out on a bunch of stuff by not having like it fully focus on it. I think we had just the right amount of scenes and story surrounding her and her betrothal. I think that it was perfect, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. Like, we just had the right amount. I think that I've seen some people saying that they wish they had a little bit more, but for me personally, it didn't ruin my reading experience. I think we got enough, and I'm glad that we didn't just explore the relationship with the betrothal, and we had the relationships with all these other characters as well. I think that's so important. So not only do we get all these amazing relationships and amazing story, but we also get that shape-shifting dragon. My only criticism about this book is that I wish that he had been in it a little bit more, because he was awesome. Like, he's a small little dragon, and yeah, he can shapeshift, and he's in the book, like throughout the book in little parts, but I would love to have him in it a bit more. There is a sequel, and I do think that we're going to get him a lot more in the sequel, so I'm looking forward to that one. And maybe in the sequel we're going to get the magic explained a lot more. I don't know if I already said that, so I did, I'm sorry. There's so much in this book. It's so magical and warm and cozy, and oh my god, it's perfect. You know, I don't think there's anything I really did not like about this book. I would have liked a little bit more, like I said, of the shapeshifting dragon, but otherwise I loved it. If that's not all I guess, I love this book, and I can't say a bad word about it because it's a favourite. It's so beautifully written, characters are beautiful and well done, and the world is incredible too. If it isn't obvious already, this is a 5-star read, and I want to read this again at some point, and I will always recommend this book because, like I said, it's a favourite, and I really just need that sequel now. I pray that we don't have to wait too long. I'm going to read more from this author after reading this one. I think she's got a series called like The Spin-Off Dawn or something, and I'm going to check that one out. I think that's like another retelling. You know, retellings can be like a miss or hit, and I think this one was definitely a hit. I can't think of what the retelling is, so if you know, let me know in the comments. And I really wish I had the spray loot edition because the edges would be sprayed, but I don't have spray loot, so unfortunately I don't have sprayed edges for this book. I really hope you enjoyed my review for 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lynn. It's an amazing book, and if you haven't read it, you should definitely pick it up, give it a try if it's your sort of thing. And if you did enjoy my review for 6 Crimson Cranes, hit that like button, subscribe, it would mean the world to me, and turn on that notification bell so you get alerted when I next upload. And until next time, bye!